Destructoid, it's Holly Bennett. It's day 3 of Gamescom, and I'm finally hanging out with these guys. Now, Carbine Studios had a rather big announcement, which is a completely brand new MMO. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, we did things a little differently. We announced the company name, the name of the game. We actually brought the game and the trailer all on the same day. It's named Wildstar. It's a sci-fi fantasy western. I kind of sum it up as Firefly meets Indiana Jones. It gives us the ability to do a lot of humor in the game. You're going to be playing these games for hundreds of hours, so it needs to have a bit of that tongue-in-cheek quality. So, yeah, we brought it out. It's been really great.
So first of all, before we go any further, obviously NCSoft have done some other big MMOs, but this one looks really different. You've got a very distinct art style. Talk a little bit about that direction for us.
Well, the art style needed to be big. You know, we wanted something that was going to stand the test of time, something that people could look at 10 years and go, hey, that's really cool. Something that, again, if you see the trailer and actually get to see the game on the floor, it has a degree of humor to it. You know, it allows us to do a lot of, when I say really big things, I mean really big things. You can see it in the trailer itself, because that trailer, it really speaks to the way our game plays.
Play the way you want to play. Now, this is a complete buzz phrase that you guys from Carbine have been saying the entire time you've been here. How are you going to help us play how we want to play?
I know, and I know that sounds like a tagline, it sounds like BS, but it's the honest to God truth. We do these layers, right? We take these very simple systems and say, hey, we want a casual player to be able to play, but we also want a hardcore player to be able to play. So we take a very simple system like combat, and we add layers to that. We reward you for skill. Casual player can sit there, go toe-to-toe, get, slug it out with a monster and get X amount of XP, but a very skilled player with our system is able to get in there, exploit the monster's weaknesses, jump around. We have a lot of movement-based combat, and in the end of the day, come out with a much higher reward than a casual player. But both of them can play at the same time. It doesn't, we're not trying to say we're not catering. We're trying to cater to everybody, and I think we were able to pull it off.
Now, obviously, with MMOs, classes, they're a massive thing. You're going to be a soldier or a mage. Now, tell us about your take on this.
Well, we have races and classes, and you can choose them in any combination. We have that as well. That's a good staple. It's the start. Then we started to add layers to that. One of the first things we did is start taking a focus test, iteration, watching people play our game, and determine that there's 4 main classes of categories people fall into. So we added these player paths to give players a little bit extra. The guy who likes combat and doesn't want to read any lore bombs, he can turn around and he gets more combat quests. A guy who likes the lore, we call him the path of scientist, he gets more lore bombs. He gets to uncover things, find weaknesses in monsters. So that's all on top of it. It doesn't interfere with the zone content. The zone content's all the same. Everybody gets to have a good time together. But this is just kind of icing on the cake for players.
One final thing, from Carbine's point of view, now over the last few years we've had a massive sort of MMO boom on the internet. I mean, with coming in as a new studio with a new IP, I mean, how do you guys feel about how the way, free-to-play MMOs, they're everywhere?
Well, I personally, there's a lot of free-to-play games I play, and I also have entirely too many subscriptions out there right now. But I like both of the models, but unfortunately, that's way above my pay grade. We haven't really discussed it, so.
There we go then. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and I'm sure Destructoid will be following the game from here on out. So thank you very much for your time. Keep watching the front page, Destructoid.